There are numerous catalysts throughout gaming history that, for good or for worse, altered the way that video games were made or perceived. Whether it be the failure of E.T. for the Atari 2600 causing a shift in focus to quality over quantity in gaming, or Halo popularizing console multiplayer leading to the surge in multiplayer-focused games over the last decade. The most recent event I can think of is what I call streamerfying. Streamers whose only job is to play and promote games, who either dominate multiplayer games to the point that they're no longer fun for casuals, Destiny 2, Warzone, Rainbow Six, or they play and highlight the factors of a game that they know everyone will love, very conveniently leaving out sometimes vital to know flaws of a game, forcing an influx in players that unfortunately turned a blind eye to these flaws in favor of being in line with the public's opinions. Buckle up, this one will be controversial because this is the only reason I can come to explain why nobody is talking about how broken Baldur's Gate 3 is. Now, put down your pitchforks. I didn't say the game was bad. Hell, I didn't even say it was average. This game is phenomenal fun that captures the true feel and spirit of a well-crafted D&D session and absolutely shines in multiplayer sessions with friends. The writing on display is top tier, along with choices matter gameplay that I have not seen since Skyrim or BioWare at its prime. You have the power to do anything, so long as you have the stats to pull it off, with background dice rolls affecting every action you make, along with actual dice rolls taking place in front of you, affecting many deliberate actions and dialogue options you take. I mean, it's great. A single-player, story-focused game with no microtransaction. Nobody does this anymore. Excuse me, yeah, they do. Who does? Lots of people. Name one. Larian Studios. Yeah, well, who are they? I've never heard of them before. They made the fucking game! And if you didn't know, they also made this little-known game series called Divinity. At the end of the day, Baldur's Gate 3 is Divinity set in the Forgotten Realms. Yeah, well, I didn't get to do a single dice roll in that game. I want the tabletop RPG experience. Then play Disco Elysium. Stat rolls and checks for damn near every action you take in the game, starting with getting your tie down from a fan, with some of the wittiest and most hilarious dialogue that I have ever seen. Yeah, well, AAA doesn't make that kind of stuff. Then stop playing AAA. I'm not here to go into the issues of people ignoring low-level developers, then going, ooh, ah, when one gets the attention it deserves. It does play a huge part in why massive issues with this game are being overlooked for mob mentality praise, though. But PC and console versions of this game are both loaded with enough bugs to look like the inside of a Kardashian's underwear drawer. Tell me, what would you say, outside of backstory and personality of your character, is the most defining thing about them in a D&D session? I'd say it's their loot. Completing an encounter and pulling out some gear so you can go peddle it at the market or take it on your next run. Now, imagine your DM randomly taking your character sheet and just erasing 2 or 3 items off of your inventory, regardless of how strong it was. My DM would be learning a newfound respect for the term bludgeoning damage. And that's exactly what would happen in game. One time I sold gear to a merchant only to never receive said agreed upon gold. Another time I sold gear to a merchant only for a weapon in my inventory to disappear right after, along with a potion to vanish during a transfer with another character. In a game based around gear, this is what people would call game breaking. Why on earth would I want to keep playing if the code is simply going to yoink a random piece of gear every now and then? It's not the only glitch though. When playing a multiplayer campaign with my friend, we had a critical plot point glitch out and not complete the cutscene. Without spoiling, one of the characters was supposed to transform into another species. But after the cutscene, everybody acted like the cutscene completed, but the character never changed. This was in Act 1. God forbid we keep playing and discover the frightening butterfly effect these glitches are just bound to have created. Hey, dude, I thought you said this game is good. It is good. God, it's good. I won't lie, these are the only issues I can find with this game. Its ability to continue a narrative despite choices you make screwing with the way things are supposed to happen is straight astounding, and to my knowledge, unseen before in video games. All of the characters in your camp are flawed in some way and become sympathetic in the course of the journey. Except Lae'zel. Fuck Lae'zel. Stupid frog-looking crutchy bitch-ass son of a fucking cunt. Main plot line as well is great. Alien Cthulhu put worm in your head that's using you as a cocoon to birth new alien Cthulhu, and you don't want that. But fuck, The Divinity series was so much more well polished than this. And I can't let these massive issues go unspoken about just because everything else they did is damn near perfect. Doesn't matter how funny the game is. Doesn't matter how great it feels when you survive a tough encounter. Doesn't matter how many times Karlach does something unbelievably cute.
I love you too!
Okay, nope, never mind. 10 out of 10.